Yo, what's up guys, it's Dink here. This is my first video in my Dink tip series. Gonna try and make one of these every week just to help people level up. Get a better understanding of high level fundamentals, what you need to know to play at top level, blah blah blah. Today we were talking about the art of punishing. I mean, it's punishing moves that people are doing. This is a fundamental, like one of the biggest things that you see in the difference between a mid-level player to a high-level player is their ability to punish. When you look at the moves list, you look at frame data, and you see that one move's -20, one move's -6, one move is neutral on block. These all change if you fail to punish things. If someone's doing something that's -23, and you're not punishing that, then that unsafe move all of a sudden became safe because there's no incentive for them to stop doing it. As soon as you punish that, you eliminate one of their options. They have to use it, but they use it as a risk, and they know that they can get blown up for it. And this becomes especially important when you get to the level where you're both kind of on low health, you're filling each other out. One of you has to make a move, and is it going to be a safe move? Is it going to be an unsafe move? If they do an unsafe move and you miss a punish on that, that could be the game for you. So make sure that you know your punishes, what your options are. Go through the moves list. If you see someone doing a move to you, go back into practice mode, check that move out, check the frame data, and practice your punishes. So yeah, that's basically it for now. A little spiel about the psychology of punishes. So I'll get into it. Basically, you need to know what moves you have to punish. I play Quan Chi, so I'm going to show you the punishes that I use for Quan Chi. I have about 3 of them. I have the 4-2-1-2-2, which is usually something that I will punish something that is extremely punishable on block. It moves forward, so it's got a pretty good hitbox, although sometimes the middle hit does whiff if you're not at the proper distance. So you're giving up a little bit of damage there, but it's your best meterless option for a punish. Another one is back 1, if you want to punish something like I showed in the last video with like Sub-Zero's Ice Clone, where you don't want your hitbox to move forward. And then back 2. Back 2, of course, fast, advancing, overhead. This is one that you can use to punish something that's not truly punishable, so something that's like -5, -6, because it's a mix-up. So they're going to block after they do the attack, sometimes, maybe, who knows. But if they do, then you got a mix-up opportunity, so you can go in overhead, because a punishing move doesn't always have to be frame-to-frame exact punishes. It can be something like what I just explained, a mix-up opportunity, where they do an unsafe move, they block, but then they have to guess. It's your turn to change the momentum. So keep that in mind. If you find someone that has a move that's unsafe, that's your chance to reverse the momentum. Now you do have to be careful of that, of course. Characters with armored moves, because then they can armor before you can get your other move out, but that is a different story for another day. So I also use standing forward. Standing forward, in my opinion, is a very good move to punish because it's kind of got a really high hitbox and it kind of moves forward. So today I'm going to show you a little bit about the soul ball, or the bread ball, as I like to call it. Shoutouts to bread, because it has a lot of the properties that I want to explain with punishing. So I'll set him to. No, that's not what I wanted him to do. And then I'll have him block afterwards, so you know he's blocking. So because the soul ball has a lot of pushback on it, it's -23 by the way. But because of the pushback, a lot of the moves that you want to do aren't going to hit. So like this move's 10 frame startup, but as you can see, it's whiffing. He's able to block in time. That's a 10 frame startup. But as you can see, not only does that whiff, but by the time you get to him, now you're punishable. Minus 14. So you have to use a move that has a little bit more range. Like back 1 trance, or back 2 trance, back 1 trance, 4-2-1-2-2. Now, my punish for this one is a standing 4. I like that one a lot better. As you can see, standing 4 does 7%, whereas back 2 does 5%, and back 3 does 3%. Damage-wise, this is the way to go. Absolutely for sure. 36% like that. Meterless, you know, you're good to go. The problem with that one is that you're giving up a lot of frames, so especially online where the timing really counts, because standing 4 is 12 frames. So if Soul Ball is minus 23, you have about 13 frames there to, or sorry, 11 frames there to react to that. Forward 2 is 16 frames, so you're losing 4 frames, which doesn't seem significant, but when there's lag involved and of course human reactions, it can be significant. So that's why I opt for the standing 4. Whoops, I missed the combo there. No meter, 34%. So you're giving up 2% damage for a much easier punish. I think that's a good trade in my opinion, because under like pressure situations and stuff in tournament, you might miss this one. Especially because you're not just sitting here in practice mode, you know it's coming. You know, they're going to be mixing you up, they're going to be all sorts of things, string staggers, and all of a sudden, bam. We have to react to that. So the quicker the move, the better, as far as I'm concerned. And then the next thing you want to decide on, as you're punishing, is do I want to use meter or not? Because you can also do this one, which uses meter. But, you know, back 2's quick move. But you get the same amount of damage that you would doing the meterless one. And you cost yourself a bar. Meter is super important, and I'm a meter hog, so I always like to save it whenever possible. So that's one of the main things about punishing that I really wanted to go over. I'm not sure what I'm going to go over next week. If you have any questions about anything that I said, hopefully this all makes sense and I explained it as well as I could. You know, let me know. Leave a message in the comments or follow me on Twitter at Shujinkydink, and let me know what you need help with, and I'll see if I can make a video on it. Shoutouts to STB, shoutouts to the Bonehawks, and shoutouts to Happy Water. We'll see you guys with the video next week.